AI isn't replacing tech jobs, it's creating them. I went through the latest 2026 tech demand report so you don't have to. And I'm breaking down the 6 roles that are about to see massive hiring waves. If you position yourself just right, these are the jobs that can fast track you to 6 figures. In case you haven't met, hi, my name is Tom. Let's get started. Job number 1, AI and prompt engineers. You might be thinking, prompt engineer? Isn't that like typing things into ChatGPT? Not quite. This is about system design and testing. Prompt engineers are the people who write the instructions that tell AI systems exactly what to do. They test the outputs to make sure they're safe, accurate, and consistent, and build the guardrails and make sure nothing weird or wrong gets through. The reality in 2026 is companies are done experimenting with AI. Now it's the norm. Example, Spotify's got an AI DJ that makes personalized radio sessions based on your listening history and chats all over it. Duolingo built features where AI gives you real-time feedback on your language mistakes. And Klarna deployed an AI assistant that handles 2/3 of their customer service chats. That's the workload of 700 full-time agents. So when AI is the new normal, you need people who understand how it connects to APIs, workflows, and real tools. And prompt engineers are helping companies move from little AI experiments to full AI products. According to a 2026 hiring report from Hayes and Tag, this role is set to grow rapidly across a ton of industries, not just tech. Banking, healthcare, anywhere AI is being embedded. And the pay reflects it. Mid-level prompt and AI engineers are already pulling 6 figures. If you want mentors already working roles like this to guide you step by step, check out Mentor Crews in the description below. Job number 2, cybersecurity and zero trust architects. Cybersecurity jobs aren't new, but this specific role is shifting fast. A zero trust architect designs security systems where nobody gets trusted automatically. They control who can log in and what they're allowed access to, and they're constantly testing for weak spots before attackers find them. So, why is demand spiking right now? That's because AI isn't just available to the good guys. Attackers are using it to build more advanced threats faster than ever. And companies are realizing that the good old firewall is not enough anymore. The focus today is shifting to identity-based security. That means going from asking, "Are you inside the building?" to "Can you prove you're actually you?" LSE's executive education team has flagged it as one of the most in-demand tech careers heading into 2026, and Research.com expects above-average growth in the security architect sector in 2026. Here's what makes this interesting from a career perspective. There are tons of entry-level cybersecurity jobs right now. But architecture roles, where you're designing the entire security system and not just monitoring it, that's where the money is, with senior security architects earning strong 6-figure salaries. As AI grows, security risks grow with it, which means this role isn't going anywhere anytime soon. Job number 3, multi-cloud architects. So most companies today are using cloud. That's nothing new. But here's what has changed. Now, the top players in cloud are AWS, Azure, and Google Cloud. Back in the day, a lot of businesses went all in on one of these providers and built everything on it. But now they're realizing that's a problem. Because when you're locked into one provider, you lose negotiating power and have to pay whatever they charge. And if that provider goes down, then so does your whole business. It's like if you kept all your savings in one bank and then that bank froze your account tomorrow or went under. You'll be stuck. Multi-cloud is the same logic, but for infrastructure. They design systems that run across multiple cloud platforms at once. So if a platform goes down, you've got a backup for continuity. If pricing changes, you've got options. And your data isn't trapped in one place. According to Emeritus 2026 reports, multi-cloud skills are now some of the most sought after in the industry. Companies don't just want someone who knows AWS anymore. They want architects who can design across platforms. Right now, that's a much smaller talent pool, which is exactly why the pay is so high. The people earning deep 6-figure salaries in this space are the ones who can look at a company's entire infrastructure and design something that's flexible, resilient, and vendor agnostic. Cloud isn't going anywhere, but how companies use it is changing fast. And multi-cloud architects are in the sweet spot of that shift right now. Job number 4, data engineers. So here's something people get wrong about AI all the time. They see the cool stuff like image generators and AI assistants, and they think that's where the magic is. In reality, the magic is in the data underneath. Because garbage in, garbage out. Without clean, structured data as a foundation, even the most impressive AI model is going to flop. Data engineers are the people who make sure the data actually works. They build the pipelines and move information from one system to another. They clean it, organize it, and then make sure it arrives in the right format at the right time. One example is real-time fraud detection. When your bank flags a dodgy transaction the moment it happens, that's not just a clever algorithm. That's a data pipeline processing millions of events per second, so the algorithm has something to work with. According to the USDSI, global data is expected to hit 240 zettabytes by 2026. Yeah, zettabytes. I don't even know how many zeros it is. The point is, data's growing really fast, and someone has to build the infrastructure to handle it. That's why data engineers are often called the backbone of AI systems. The models get the headlines, but the data engineers make the headlines possible. But here's another headline. Strong 6 figures are common in this role, and demand keeps climbing because of all those zettabytes flying around. Job number 5, AI product managers. So this one's a little bit different from the others on the list, because AI product managers don't build anything. They don't write code, they don't train models, and they don't design pipelines. What they do decide is what gets built and why. They're the people who sit between the engineering team and the rest of the business, and they figure out which problems AI should actually solve. A couple of years back, companies were crowbarring AI into everything just to say they had it. But now they're under pressure to actually show results and answer the question, is this AI thing actually making us money? That's the AI product manager's job. They define the strategy, they set the success metrics, and then they figure out where AI creates real value for the customer. Deloitte's 2026 Tech Trends report notes that companies aren't just adopting AI anymore, they're redesigning entire workflows around it. And when you're rethinking how a business operates, you need someone who understands both the technology and the commercial goals and can translate between the two. That's why senior AI product managers are pulling in high six-figure salaries. They're not writing the code, but they're deciding where the money goes. Finally, number 6, robotics and physical AI engineers. So everything we talked about thus far has been software. Code, data, cloud, strategy. But AI is no longer just something on your screen. It's moving into the real world. Robotics and physical AI engineers are the people who build machines that can think and act. And this is way more common than you might think. Warehouses are running automated picking systems, hospitals are trialing robotic assistants for surgery and logistics, and Tesla's Optimus robots use neural network stacks to turn real-time vision data into physical movement. Basically, anywhere where there's repetitive physical work, AI-powered robotics is showing up, and someone's got to build it. What makes this role unusual is that it sits right at the intersection of hardware and software. You need to understand both to make it work. You need to know how AI models work and how a motor responds to a command. That's a pretty rare combination, and it's exactly why there's way less competition for these roles than you might expect. According to Hayes research on IT jobs of the future, physical AI is one of the fastest growing areas in tech, and roles that blend robotics with AI continue to accelerate as companies look to automate more physical processes. Because fewer people have that hardware plus software skill set, the compensation reflects it. Specialized skills plus lower competition equals higher pay. AI started in the cloud, but its next chapter is in the physical world, and the engineers building that bridge are going to be in very high demand. I know it feels like AI is about to wipe out half of all the tech jobs out there, but it's actually doing the opposite. It's creating brand new high-paying roles and shifting demand into a few specific lanes. If you want guidance from people who are already working in these careers, check out Mentor Careers below, or watch a video on screen to learn how you can land your dream tech role faster.